All right, what is
All right,
what is going on, guys? We are live, and
we are
going to talk
about the
2025
roadmap
roadmap that
that
Lilith
Lilith
just dropped on
Discord
Discord
to
to everybody,
and
and
we're
we're
going
going
to
to
get
get
into
into
that. They've
that. They've
got
got
March
March
through
through
June,
June,
and some
some
interesting things for us to
talk
talk about.
about.
So stay tuned,
and let's
hopefully
hopefully
have
have
a
a
good
good
live
live
stream
stream
and
and
a
a
good
good
time.
time.
And
And
as always, guys,
if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe,
and
come hang out, and let's get into it.
All right. So as you guys have seen on the Warpath
Discord,
they dropped the roadmap. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We've got March through June. And this should be kind of interesting for everybody because this is the first roadmap where there's really not a lot on it, guys. There's not a lot. So we've got basically in March, the anniversary celebration. That's to be absolutely expected. So 4 incredible years since we started this exciting journey, join the anniversary celebration and win amazing rewards. So I didn't realize it actually had been 4 solid years. I thought it only had been 3. And because we've only had, let's see, have we had 3 anniversaries? I feel like they repeated one of the anniversaries actually, but I only thought the game was 3 years old. Apparently it's 4. So I must have been actually late to the game when I joined. So of course we'll get the anniversary medals, we'll get some rewards, there might be a free base skin, all those kinds of goodies, and of course there will probably also be a tremendous amount of paid content, right? You can always expect that from Lilith at any given point in time. I do enjoy the anniversaries that come around because the anniversary booklet that they give us in the game is actually pretty darn cool. I actually went through and got one of my last live streams was actually demonetized, believe it or not, because let's actually switch over to, hang on. Ooh, wow, live stream. Let's see, live stream. Let me get my ducks in a row here. We're going to get rid of the live stream. So I got to mute the game audio because I got one of my last live streams was demonetized because the music that played during the honorary tribute album was apparently licensed music and copyrighted for the purpose of the game, obviously, but not for purposes of me creating content. So this is the anniversary celebration that we did last year. I really do like these because if you're not aware of it, you should be aware of it. They collect a tremendous amount of metrics and data in the game. They know how long you've been playing. They've got percentage ratios to compare yourself against other commanders. They know how much power you've gained, how many units you've killed, how many army groups you've destroyed, how many resources you've collected. It's pretty darn detailed. So it's always interesting to see kind of where your account compares to and against other players in the game. You know, energy spent. For most metrics, I'm always in the top 99% of players, it seems like. But they also have a lot of interesting metrics that I didn't realize even last couple live streams ago when we were looking at this. Things like the fact that they know how many army groups you've joined, which was an interesting thing. And I actually think they should take that metric and make that part of the matchmaking. And it would be cool if, I always thought this would be a neat feature request, if they would actually make titles instead of city titles, level 1, level 2, level 3 cities. I always thought it would be really interesting if they would simply actually give titles to players based on your individual profile contributions. So for example, on this screen, I had this God of War label, and that would be cool if that was a title that I could have for my profile based on my achievements rather than people fighting over city titles, and the whole city management is an absolute disaster trying to swap titles from players and trade cities and do clone alliances and all that. So that'd be cool if that could come around. Of course, there'll be some kind of probably base skin. And then of course you get the medals, which are pretty neat for different achievements in the game. So that'll be the anniversary that comes around here in March. Always a pretty exciting time. And then they have a new conquest. Guys, Robert, Peter, hello in chat, by the way. Everybody on. I said this was going to happen. A naval-focused conquest. Called it 100%. I think that was very predictable that the first conquest would be having Navy in it, but be ground focused to help the player base transition. Now we have probably what I'm assuming is going to be a fully focused naval conquest. I'm assuming ground is not going to be the primary focus on this map. I'm assuming it's going to be secondary and that they're going to force players into the Navy experience. That's just my guess. They say weather effects are back, so that's cool. Everybody likes the weather effects. Adapt to the changing environment and use your strategy to dominate the battlefield on land, air, and sea. So either Navy is going to be 100% Navy, which is what I think it's going to be, or because they're not announcing that they're going to make Navy interact with ground units and air quite yet, right? They said that was going to be on the roadmap for later after some time has passed. The players have had a chance to build up Navy to a certain extent. I'm guessing Vancouver is going to be all out Navy. And on that note, I'm not excited about that. I'm not excited about Navy at all. I don't want to be forced to play Navy. I love my ground. I love my air. I'm not going to have a good time running around with one Navy ship. That's not exciting. Maybe people will run more army groups in the water, but to be honest, I'm not looking forward to a Navy focused map. So yeah, it'll either be a hit or a miss. We will have to see how that pans out. I just know that people just aren't excited about Navy, guys. That's just how it is. Like Navy was never in the game originally. People, it's like whatever. People still want to work on their ground and Air Force units. Like I've chosen to proceed with modern air, even though now I'm not going to be putting money into the game. Maybe I'm a little bit of a masochist in that sense. But yeah, the other interesting fact about this too is the fact that this is Vancouver. I thought this was interesting. So they keep adding conquests. They did Cairo, which used to be a level 3 city. They did, what was the other one? Trying to remember what the other one was. I don't remember. But now they've added Vancouver. Guys, these are cities in the map. And so I find it interesting that instead of developing, we have San Francisco over here, right? We have New York over here. They did develop a few of these because for those of you that have played the game for a while, these have been here for a long time. They've had the level 4 cities planned out. And there's another one down here. Oh, it looks like maybe they took it away. There used to be a statue in South America. Maybe they took it out. I think it used to be San Paulo. Or Sao Paulo, I don't remember. But remember they took Cairo as a level 3 city and they converted that to a level 4 map, if I remember right. And then now they're doing Vancouver, which I believe is a level 2 city. Somewhere over here. Actually, it's in the United States region, right? Yeah, it's all the way up here. So Vancouver is apparently going to get converted to a level 4 city. So I find that interesting. So instead of developing the level 4 nodes they already have on the map, which maybe they've, we actually have London and you can see Paris are there on the map. There's also, what is this one? Berlin. They keep converting level 2 and level 3 cities to level 4 maps. So I don't know why they're doing that. That's kind of interesting to me. That is something they're doing. Maybe they're still trying to reduce the number of cities and servers slowly. I have no idea. So just something I caught on to. So, we'll see how it goes. Specialization system in April. Just like they brought out tactics. They actually, when they announced the roadmap on Discord, they were saying that we were going to use tactics in Vancouver. Now they're calling it a specialization system. So don't know what that's going to look like. They've not given any indication of that. I'm assuming it's going to be probably not something like tactics. I'm assuming it's going to be something else, like you pick a tier. If you can imagine, for any of you that played Command & Conquer Generals, you had specialized factions. I'm assuming that may be something along those lines. You got Hegemon League in June. New PvP League is here, so this is basically kind of like a Paramount Cup for Hegemon. I don't think that's great. I don't know about you guys, but Hegemon is not the most exciting aspect of the game. half the time when you go to your Hegemon battles, only a small percentage of people actually show up to play Hegemon. There's very few Hegemons where I've actually had a really good time. We've had a couple. One of them was when we fought against Fire, and we actually won that one. Very tough. But other than that, Hegemon is usually a little bit of a graveyard. So, yeah, whatever. Operation Athena revamp. Dive into the revamped Operation Athena and unleash your tactical skills like never before. They most certainly could have done a better job with Athena than what they did. It was kind of like almost, in a way, it's kind of like a lightweight horde mode. For those of you that have played Gears of War or any games like that, they can most certainly make it better than that. Athena, after a while, it's lost its luster. Don't really join those anymore. I think I missed the last 1 or 2 of those. Just not interested. The rewards aren't, like, I should probably do it for the rewards, but just doesn't excite me enough to jump in game and, you know, get a team together and get that completed. And last and finally, we've got battle report optimization. This is probably the only good thing on the actual roadmap. Battle reports offer more detailed data, helping you analyze each fight and learn from your past encounters. That is something that the community has asked for a very long time, but we don't know what they mean by this. I'm hoping that battle reports are going to be insanely detailed. I hope they separate out the primary and aid officers so we can see the damage of each. I hope they add a lot more detail to the report. Maybe there could be more detail about the enemy commanders that have attacked us and our troops, so we could break that down and see, okay, I got attacked by 30 players, but which units from each of those players did I actually get attacked by? How much damage did all those players do? It would be really interesting if they got really detailed with those battle reports, because there's so much we could do. For example, you could identify the heavy hitters in a group, which will actually be bad for me in Conquest as well, because I'm a heavy hitter with my howitzers. So if people learned that through the battle report systems, like, not that they don't know that already, then you would learn which players' units need to be killed first on the battlefield. So there's so many things they could do with battle report optimization. I would also like to see a comprehensive battle report to conclude Conquest. So guys, when you complete Hegemon, at the end, you get a comprehensive battle report of the entire Hegemon event. I would like to see a comprehensive battle report for the whole Conquest. I want to see my 450,000 kills and my 300,000 deaths. And I want to see what grade those kills are. I want to see how many bases I killed. I want to see how much base damage I did. I want to see all that data when Conquest is over. And I want to be able to favorite those comprehensive battle reports. The individual battle reports are okay. Like, there's a couple of them you get where it's like, okay, that's cool. I got 3,000 kills. I got 1,000 kills, you know, whatever. I want the comprehensive report. I think that's mainly what actually matters at this point. So that's the roadmap, guys. That's March through June. And, you know, my takeaway from this is there's not a lot on here. I mean, probably developing a new Conquest map is a lot of work, depending if they, you know, salvaged a prior map and just kind of tweaked it a little bit. But given that it's a brand new map, I'm sure it's a lot of work to build a new map. Anniversary celebration, probably also a lot of work. So this is a very, what I would consider a very lightweight roadmap. The only 2 things that actually matter on here, though, are frankly the anniversary celebration and the battle report optimization. Vancouver, I'm really on the fence about that. I just don't know how I feel. The rest of it, don't care. Don't care about the specialization system. Don't care about a Hegemon League. Don't care about Operation Athena revamp. I think they could do more interesting events like Athena. I think Hegemon should exit the game. It's not that interesting, in my opinion. So I would rather Lilith not spend their development and testing, marketing, or, you know, art, 3D modeling resources on things like Hegemon. I would rather them do more things like Athena. It's just a better style event, or doing things to improve the overall Conquest gameplay. So there you guys have it. So let's talk about this roadmap. What do you guys think about this? How is it going to impact the game? Is there anything that you guys are particularly excited about that's in here. So we'll go ahead and switch over to the game while we open that up for discussion. And yeah, guys, I don't know. It's going to be real interesting. All right, let's drop to the comments. So let's see. Hit or miss. Hello, I missed you. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I don't know how to pronounce your name because it looks like it's in Arabic. I don't know how to read that, obviously. Legacy says me sitting here with 7.0 Navy. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I only have a guided missile destroyer myself. I think the highest that I pushed it to was 8 stars. I actually don't know how high I could push it now. We might disassemble my troops and find out how high I can push my guided missile destroyer. We'll do that here in a moment, actually. Crystal, hello, mate. Hello back. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. I think unless you play super competitive in Hegemon, the rewards are worth, but kind of the middle isn't much. Yeah, the rewards are probably now. I'm not going to be spending on Warpath. I need to do Hegemon and Athena for those rewards. I need to maximize what I can get out of the game, whether I like it or not. It's just that Hegemon is an hour of my day, and every time I spend that hour of my day, it's a total drag, right? Athena is a little bit different because it's like a 15-minute thing. You can go in, play it, and then put it down when you're done. So that's a little bit better than the Hegemon experience. It's like burning a village down. I don't want to sit and do nothing for 45 minutes minimum. I want to play a game and have fun. And those kinds of things where I have to commit that much time on my day to not have fun, I'm not going to play the game. You know, that's just simply how it is. Vancouver's city level 2 will be converted and redesigned to Maritime C4. Yes, that is pretty much what's going to happen. For those of you that don't know, Cairo, like I said, was a level 3 city prior to them making Conquest, and they put Giza next to it. I don't remember if Giza was always there. Cairo was either level 2 or level 3. It used to be a city, I believe. But yeah, they converted one of the cities when they did that. It was an interesting choice. Yeah, I think most people, I agree, Legacy. I think most people are going to be really excited about the battle report optimization as long as it's really good. Sad how this time they've not mentioned any incoming officers in the roadmap. That's an interesting point, actually. So normally they would announce that there would be, most roadmaps, they've announced that there would be 2 new officers coming. Like, yeah. So that might happen in the latter portion of the year. We still have, you know, June through December. So they haven't announced any of that. So I'm imagining there'll be some new officers on there. But, you know, I don't think they'll ever slow down making officers. They seem to keep that at a steady pace. Your name is Ahmed. Oh, nice to meet you, Ahmed. Now I know. MF12, what's up? I'm curious, kindly show us collection rankings specific to your server. They're not that interesting. I'm number 1. That'll drop over time, of course. So I've actually already dropped from 19 to 21. And then for our server, I'm sitting in the number 1 spot. And then number 2, we have a couple guys coming up with level 69. The rest are well below that, so it'll take some time for a lot of those to catch up, but plenty of time. My collection level will no longer go up, I don't believe, because I won't be buying skins. I still have leftover diamonds. I still have 12,000 diamonds. I don't know what to use those on at this point because I couldn't use those on Showroom. I have 20,000 leftover museum coupons. I haven't used any of those either. So I'm not sure. Like, I could spend my remaining diamonds on Showroom and try and, you know, squeeze out one more skin set. But I think I'm just going to save those diamonds at this point and maybe use those for a good pack or something. Because that's not a lot of diamonds. That's actually just basically one $100 pack worth plus a $20 pack. Really not that much. So I'm just kind of hanging on to all that at this point. Holding true to my word, guys. Okay. Everyone can hold me a little bit accountable here. Of course, it's my prerogative to change at any time, but as you can see, I've not done showroom at all. Not going to do showroom. I've used my one free legendary showroom coupon. So yeah, I'm not doing any of the pay events this go around. No money going back into the game. I'm just doing what I can for free and really not even doing that, to be honest. So yeah, this account is basically not going to have money put into it. I also canceled my Covert Masons and Arms Deal subscriptions. So I have my last renewal that happened, but no more after that. So 2025, my account is not going to have any money go into it whatsoever. And after 2025, knows what will happen from there. Will I still enjoy Warpath? I don't know. I still enjoy Warpath. It's still fun playing Conquest, but I definitely am starting to put a focus on other things than Warpath. My friend Snuggly's quit the game recently, and he actually even left all the Discord channels, and he's going to focus on other things. And I think that is maybe a better it's a better use of everybody's time. But maybe save the diamonds for Resource Center. Yeah, the Resource Center is good. I thought about that actually because, well, it's $299. So let's see. Yeah, that's $1,200 a month, basically. Yeah, because I could do that once per week. So it's $1,200 a month. Yeah, that's not bad. I might do that because this is it's invaluable during Conquest to be able to farm inside your base. Or like for me, I work a lot and I can't get into the game to send my trucks out. So being able to actually do something like that where I can, because believe it or not, this is one of the most important things. Well, actually, there it is. My trucks aren't even out now. And you can get like 45 million resources a day. And that is super important for a free-to-play player to be able to grow the base. And I'm really bad about it. So maybe that's a better use of my diamonds. Because that many diamonds could not even help me unlock a single exclusive officer skill, even if I wanted to just try one. So yeah, just going to hang on to those for now. I'm also saving my museum coupons until something really interesting comes out, because every now and then they come out with a really exclusive command truck skin, or they might have some kind of classic skin. I'm just going to save all my coupons until something really awesome comes out. So I'm not in a rush there. But yeah, I'm going to sit at collector level 80. I've been pushing my base walls a lot, and I'm just trying to build up coins because I'm trying to manage this advanced air tech is killer. But I am starting to plug away at that. Here's where I'm at so far. And still have a little bit of the ways to go on modern howitzer as well. I need to finish these last little universal buffs are really important. So yeah, coins and resources are just killer right now. So that's the change to my base since I'm not pumping money into the game. Maybe I should set up a GoFundMe and maybe some rich people can funnel the money into my account. Ha ha ha, jokingly. Sad how the base skin showroom turns out, specifically the animations. They could have done a bit more. It's an epic skin. They probably don't put as much effort into those epic skins, to be honest. Not going to get as much money out of that. 12K should get you like 2 years of arms deal. So the arms deal though, can you, I don't know if you can actually buy it with diamonds. I don't know. I had it on a subscription. I also had Covert Masons on a subscription, but like arms deal, actually, yeah, it's 10 months of arms deal is what that would be. 1,200 gold a day. I don't really know if that's worth it, to be honest. Covert Masons was always worth it because this, you know, that plus arms deal, 7,200 gold a day, really adds up. But that's why I did like those. I could keep those. The YouTube channel makes enough money that it pays for that. But I kind of want to take that money and use it for other things. So we'll see. Maybe I might work out the math. post taxes, what the YouTube channel makes. It ranges between 2 to 280 a month pre-tax. My tax bracket eats a lot of that. So I have enough to, and then there's obviously I pay for Adobe, Premiere, Photoshop, Envato Elements for the content creation, live streaming, all that, music licensing. So there might be a little bit left where I could argue that I keep the covert masons and arms deals maybe. So I might do that. I need to add it all up because honestly, doing modern air, I still need to be able to come in here. I need to be able to buy the Air Force components, the refined components. I'm not spending the 45K gold on that one though. That's absurd. And the Air Force ammo, because Air Force is just really brutal. So I may keep those two things, but right now they are canceled. They are canceled. They are no more. So I have them for like 28 more days. Can buy Arms Mason with diamonds. Nice. Well, the Covert Masons is like $49.99 a month, so that's 5,000 diamonds. So that's only 2 months. Arms deal is $9.99, so that would be 10 months or 12 months. But yeah, not Covert. Covert Masons is $50 a month, 5,000 diamonds, right? So if we go look, yeah, $49.99, 5,000 diamonds. So I don't have enough for, all of that per each month. IDX, hello. That looks like a Japanese name or Korean. That's not Chinese. Well, hello to you too. How you doing? All right, so let's, because I said we would do it, let's break down how far can I push a Navy unit. Well, there you go. I can only go to 170 for the ammo. That's not very good. Obviously, prototypes is kind of not an issue here. And it's actually better to upgrade the level. So I can't even do 200 on the Navy unit. So, yeah. Go all the way up to almost the last one. 34. Missile speed is good. Sloped armor. Suit. Firepower. Missile defense. I would probably do like missile defense is a good one. Sloped armor. HP. Firepower is a good one. I'd probably do all these. Firepower and missile defense. Can't go all the way. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how fast this account weakens compared to people continuing to put money in the game. So I very quickly won't be able to compete against people like, Stewie Griffin or Vicari. I think this account without money going into it will diminish pretty quickly, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's going to affect my enjoyment of the game, but if it does affect my enjoyment of the game, then honestly, I would probably have to find enjoyment elsewhere, so that way I'm not tempted to spend again, I think is what would need to happen. So I would have to drop down to gold 2 and maybe even eventually gold 3 in due time. But yeah, it'll be interesting because yeah, gold 1's tough. Or I'd have to always just be, in the back behind everybody. But I don't think I could even try to be a frontline whale. And I'm not really a whale either. But I don't know if I could really be at the front line anymore. Yeah, the units will stay strong for a while. But people will catch up very quickly. The people collecting skin sets can do 4 collector levels a month, basically, is if you're really pushing. And those buffs add up really fast. So, I mean, you guys have seen these buffs on this account. You know, this is a lot. I'll always be ahead of people playing for free, but playing up in Gold 1 and even some Gold 2 battlefields, I don't think I'll be able to keep up anymore. So yeah, I may have to drop down at some point. You know, I'm focusing on wealth building, retirement. I've got a 5-year plan with a 10-year outlook, and that requires me to reach those goals. It requires me to stop spending on Warpath and hobbies completely. Would there ever come a time again where I could spend again? Could be, if I built enough wealth. But I'm really hyper focused right now on not just giving my money away that I work really hard for to Lilith. And I never spent beyond my means at all. Like, we were saving a tremendous amount of money, even with the tremendous amount that I was spending on Warpath. Like, we are well off in that regard. But that amount of money that I spent is better invested elsewhere. And so I'm really hyper focused about that. But I am also a little bummed about it, because I do like being able to obviously be one of the stronger players on the battlefield. I like being able to hold my ground against the whales. So I just kind of have to mentally let all that go and be okay with the idea that I may have to drop down from Gold 1, because I really enjoyed coming up to Gold 1, because we never really could achieve that back in server 26. But I have to make a mental shift, guys. There's just not another way that I can fund this account. I would love to. The YouTube channel just doesn't produce what the YouTube channel is actually intended to be a mechanism to fund this account, actually. And it just is never going to achieve that, because I'm also not going to put that amount of time into this channel for peanuts. Because basically, I did one video. I don't know if you guys remember. It was the "My base is better than yours" video. I put like 40 hours into that video. It's my most viewed video on my YouTube channel, actually. It's got like 40,000 views or something like that. But the amount of time that goes into that versus the amount of money that you actually make from that, those two things are not in proportion. Now, if I kept doing that, then I could probably make, let's say, a bit of money on the channel, but I'd have no free time. And I would basically be living for Warpath, okay? And I don't want to be living for a game. I want the game to supplement entertainment for me. And I also don't want to be just throwing away tons of money at it. So that's, you know, it's just a mental shift, guys. It's just a mental shift. It's a hard shift for me, because I'm very competitive, and man, I like, you know, it's so much fun, but also the enjoyment factor in Warpath has lessened. But yeah, I just have to mentally make that shift. So that'll be okay. Yes, I can always switch battlefields. That's true. Always welcome in our Gold 2 team. Yes, I will keep that in mind. Not an insane amount of people will get to level 80. That's true, but the people that matter in the game that we're fighting against in Conquest, those 1, 2 to 3 players that are the game changers for the teams, they're going to keep going on, right? And it's just, yeah, it's just going to be tough. Hearing you say this is making me realize how broke you are. That's not a bad thing, man. You know, once you realize your situation, you can take steps to, you know, make some changes in your life and try and do some things differently. For me, that shift was, I have a really good career. My wife has a really good career. So together, we have a really good living. We're debt free, because we never spent extravagantly ever. We paid down debts hardcore. Car loans. I've done 2 houses. I did my first house was a 30-year mortgage, $139,000. So I bought the house for. It went up in value a lot by the time I sold it. It went up to $210,000. That's what we sold it for. And then this house, we had it built, and we did a 15-year mortgage, and we paid that down in 2.5 years, doing double, triple, quadruple payments. And we were just hyper focused on getting rid of debt, and did that with our car loans. So everything we own, we have no debt of any kind. So I'm free from that. But that was a major pivot point in my life. Like, I'm debt free. That was my biggest, since I was 18 years old. That was one of my biggest goals, was say, I want to be financially free. I don't want to have to work one day. I don't want to be the slave to the lender. I don't want to be the slave to the employer. And so being debt free and also building the lifestyle that I wanted, we were hyper focused on that. My wife was very aligned with that as well. So she made, I have to really give her a lot of thanks. She made that really easy for me, because she's not a spender. She's very happy just with very little. I'm very blessed in that regard. But so we accomplished those goals in my life. And so now my next thing now is like, okay, now I'm debt free. I had a year to 2 years of being debt free where it's like, okay, now we've got all this money, and spend on Warpath and have a little fun, because I've worked my butt off my entire life. I've tried to start businesses. I've worked 60-hour work weeks. Like, I've done a lot of things. I never went out and partied or did anything like that when I was younger. Gaming has always been my primary form of entertainment, or mountain biking and things like that. But so now my mindset is switched to, okay, I'm debt free. Now, how can I build wealth and become free from employment? Right? I don't want to work for an employer one day. And when I really sat down and looked at that, guys, it was like, holy crap. Like, the amount of money that you actually need to retire, especially if you want to retire early, it's pretty up there, actually. And it's, it's not an easy thing. And so if you don't start that early in your life, if you try and start that process late in life, like, you're not going to make it. It's tough. So it's something, I know this is probably boring for people to talk about, but, like Legacy just said, the saying is, don't let the game revolve around you. You revolve around the game, or something like that. Yeah. Right. The game is supplemental to my life. I'm not living my life to be in the game. Yeah. So yeah. Now wealth building is now my mindset. And so I've been learning a lot about investing. Real estate is kind of one of those things could learn about, but I'm not sure that's my thing, but I'm not going to rule that out. But yeah. So just have to change my mindset. So, maybe there's a gold 2 in my future again. I'll play in gold 1 as long as I feel comfortable and as long as it's fun. It just means I might not be able to do B2B at some point. But yeah, I won't have any hard feelings about dropping down battlefields one day if I need to. I would prefer to keep growing the account, to be honest. And forgive me, guys, maybe it would be best to sell this account. I'd hate to say it, while it's still current. I don't think I would be upset about that, actually. If someone actually gave me a serious offer of, let's say, like 25 to 50,000, which is pretty high, but there's accounts going for that. And there's a lot of reasoning behind those numbers and the value that somebody would get out of this account. Trying to build this account from scratch, you're spending 5 times that, right? So maybe it would be best to actually find a buyer for this account. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still going to play for the time being. I had somebody make an offer to me for a decent number, but lower than what I would want to get out of it, to be honest. I mean, this one gunning to the top skin is the value of what Alex just posted in chat as an example, right? So, you know, skin sets are king. That's what it boils down to. If a whale bought this account, they could build up the army very quickly. It's very easy to I'm going to be honest with you guys. The amount of packs that pop on this account, because it's VIP and it's collector level and all that, it's Lilith Pass level. The packs, let me put it this way. The packs do not stop popping up. I got like 6 million wrenches this last gunning to the top. If you've got money and you've got the diamonds, then you can pretty much pump the account very, very quickly. It would take a whale like a month to probably pump this account to 700 million. I would think. Like, you could do it very fast. So, yes. Yeah, I'll never get the money back out of selling this account. Yeah, yeah, but if it was marketed correctly, you know, the kinds of people that would buy, like most people that are looking to buy accounts, first off, don't have that kind of money, right? They're looking to buy a whale account for cheap, so they don't have to spend, right? The customer I would be looking for is the whales or the people that have the money. That's the difference in who you sell to, right? So that's a marketing thing. But will I ever get it? Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know if it would make sense to try and find a buyer or not, to be honest. That's a cheap fix. Lowest 35 in my opinion. If someone offered me 35, it would be done. I have a minimum bar. If someone offered me 25, that would be my lowest. If someone offered me that amount, it would be a done deal immediately. Like, no questions asked. Out of curiosity, how much experience do you have on the account? What do you mean by experience? Are you talking about like unit XP? I mean, there's plenty of that. Like, that's not an issue at all. I don't know where that shows it at. Actually, I think it's in here. I don't remember. There's a screen where it shows it. Thought maybe 1% would buy it. Yeah, we'd see. Won't hurt. Put it out there and get people to offer. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I could probably put some marketing together. But yeah, it's the collector, like the Linens just said, it's the collector level that would capture the attention, because there's a lot of the whales that would save like $1,000 to go auction one of the older gunning to the top skins when this already has all of those. So yeah, I would do the same thing, Alex. Like, I would, if I was to ever put some information out there about this account, that's what I would say. It's like, if you don't have this number, like, don't message me. Like, don't message me. Exactly. You don't waste time with those kinds of people. That they're not the target customers, right? But yeah, there's very little that this account does not have. And even just in, for example, put this in perspective, like, there's 20,000 museum coupons sitting there, for example, so yeah, there's a lot in this account. Foreground, fully wrenched with full classic wrenches on the air. There's a lot of wrenches on this account already as well. Like, it's got a lot into it. Actually, it's just the all-time power is low because I never spent on the units. Howitzer firepower, 34.8 million firepower. That's unbuffed. right? And there's still a little bit more that can be upgraded, because I don't have the modern howitzer tech done yet. And then there's still all that other universal tech and all the modern trees. So this would very easily get close to 40 million firepower by the time all is said and done, I think. But yeah. No, it'd be a long time for me to get the 5th unit to 9.2, Alex, because I don't, that's where I've never spent on upgrading units. Wrenches, yes. Components, ammo, no. So this account is all about the VIP and skin set level. That's what it's all about. So it would be very easy for a whale and very cheap for a whale to buy this account and then get it to 700-800 million. They could do that very fast. I experienced that during gunning to the top. Getting wrenches was very easy. You guys saw that live stream, actually, right? I opened all those boxes in my inventory. That was not including all the packs that I bought for wrenches. So yeah, if someone offered me the right number, I think I would sell this account and move on immediately and focus on other things. But until then, I'm going to continue playing it. But yeah, I will consider that, whether I should maybe get it out. I don't know where or how to get it out there, though, to be honest. How much experience do I have in the member center? Like 400,000. It's also the titanium tier. It's maxed. That's what that profile picture means. It's already maxed. It can't go any higher. Or sorry, diamond tier. Diamond, not titanium. But yeah, it's like 840,000 points or something in the member center. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot. I won't pull it up because that's my account information on there, and it's VIP 23 as well. So it's only got 2 more VIP levels to go, which for a whale like, CQ, he had like 11 million gold just sitting in his inventory. That'd be very easy for a whale like that to pump this from 23 to 25 and max that. That would be no issue at all. So I'm kind of sitting on this idea of maybe thinking about selling it, get something back out of it, and then I could use that money and put it into investments. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Cash flow offsets job. Yes. So that's where I'm looking at heavy amounts of investing for dividend income, monthly. I already have some investments working for me that are already paying a decent percentage of our monthly bills. So I'm just continually work in that direction until we're making enough passive income that covers all of our expenses. And then at that point, it's just wealth building on top of that to secure my future. Because, right, need to account for things like inflation, things that will happen later in life if I do retire early. Like one example is if you retire early and you're not employed and getting employer-sponsored health insurance, like health insurance pre-retirement age is very expensive. And so like I didn't think about that until recently. And so I'm putting all that together. So yeah, cash flow is king. That's what I'm working on. Yeah. CQ spends 27 to 34 per conquest. Yeah. Yep, he's probably that wealthy. If he could do that. So that's what I was saying. Like for someone like that, they're the perfect customer for me. If they want this account and they were to offer me, say, like 50, it'd be like, done. Have it. Go at it. Full access. I'd sign a contract even, guaranteeing the account. We would do a very professional transaction. What do you work with? I'm a director of software engineering. That's my job. So I do software engineering actively, but I also manage the entire software engineering life cycle, and I'm the engineering leader for our particular product line, which is one of three. That's as much as I can say about it. So it's been a good career. I've been doing software engineering since I was professionally 18 is when I entered the workforce professionally. My early 20s, I did my own business as a software consultant. I built some software for different businesses around our local city. And then I officially got into my career, later on when I was like 21, 22, around that time frame. And that's been my career ever since. But I started programming when I was like 12, 13, 14 as a hobby. But yeah, I've only pretty much done software engineering as my career. I did customer service for DirecTV for a couple years, like 2.5 years. I went from call center agent to team support services, to team leader, and then I quit as a team leader to start my own business as a software consultant. I did that for a while. But yeah, it was good times, good memories. I remember quitting that job when I had like $3,000 in the bank. I quit my job to start my own business, and that worked out for a while. Actually, that was really risky. You own 67 houses with lease to purchase. That's awesome. So it sounds like you probably hire a property management company though. I would, if you're not the landlord. Oh, you're the bank. Nice. For people that have cash but bad credit. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable in that kind of line of work. I'm looking more at investing, like Warren Buffett type investing. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just exploring all this for the first time. Learning as I go. Spending a lot of time learning it. I also do have a project I'm working on. I am building a financial planning software. I'm already using it for myself. Replaced my spreadsheet that I have. And I'll be building that for 6 months, another year, I think. And then I'll try and launch that. So that'll be an attempt at starting another business in a sense. So we'll have to see how that goes. It's also part of the reason I was thinking about actually, spending less time in Warpath too, so I could put more effort and attention on that particular project. But we'll see. All right, we never did get very far pushing my naval unit. I think we went as high as we could. So if Vancouver comes around here soon, then... Ooh, yeah, that's a lame ship. I did think it was interesting that for the Navy, for the roadmap, they didn't really mention anything about Navy officers or anything. Your business is built to hand down. Nice. I think when I pass on one day, very likely we would, I'm not sure what we would do with all of our stuff. We don't have any children. We're probably not going to have any children. So I would probably donate everything to charities or something, I think. Really not sure. It's also kind of sad to think about in a way. Remove Navy. Yeah, I don't think they'll remove Navy, but people can most certainly Well, I mean, they removed super weapons, so I mean, if people complain enough. I think Navy's here to stay, though. I don't think it's as bad as the super weapon catastrophe, so I think Navy's here to stay. You have a lot more money if you didn't have kids. Yeah, they're not cheap for sure. They're not cheap. They're a different kind of blessing. They're definitely a different kind of blessing. We have a couple nieces and a nephew. So we do have kids in our life, just not kids of our own. Navy was a big mistake. It might have been. Well, certainly other things it could have done to the game. You are mature for your age. Possibly. I'm 35. Truth be told, I could probably be retired right now had I not spent on Warpath and all my other hobbies before Warpath. I've always had expensive hobbies. Truth be told, I could probably be retired right now. I had learned and actively invested years ago, like even 5 years ago. I had the opportunity to do it probably 10 years ago, but I have done 2 houses in that time frame, got 3 cars. So, you know, you live, you learn, and live and you learn. Got you by 20 years. You're 55. Or are you 20 years? Were you 20 years ahead of where I'm at? There's some people like there are people in their 20s that have made it already. It's pretty crazy what some people are capable of. I think a lot of it is just when you realize things early enough in life and then actually take action on it. Like I wasted a lot of, I didn't waste a lot of time in my life. I mean, I was always focused on my career, but I think the problem is I focused too much. Well, I don't think I focused too much on my career because I mean, it got me where I am today, but I didn't focus enough on the other things on top of that, the investing, you know, learning how money works. And that's where if I had done that kind of stuff earlier in life, I think I'd be pretty much set right now. And that's the way it is for all people. Like all people can do those things. It's just people don't. Most, like I think it was like 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, which is an absolutely insane metric to think about because it doesn't have to be that way. That's crazy. 55 and still gaming. Yeah, there's no reason not to, you know. You should go check out Grandpa Gaming, right? He made the news. He plays all the Battlefield and first-person shooter games, and he's retired, retired military, actually retired sniper, I believe, and he's still gaming away. Hopefully he exercises though too, because like sitting in a gaming chair all day is not fantastic. That's not great. Yeah, I watch his videos from time to time. Not too much anymore. Right now, I'm watching too much content about investing, taking up all my time. That old guy's an insane gamer. Yeah, he's pretty good. I got pretty good at Sniper and Battlefield as well for a while there. I tried to join games that he was playing while he was live streaming. Never got a chance to actually play with or against him, unfortunately. TQ5 Fun is also retired. Yeah, there's a lot of retired people in this game, actually. Read all Robert Kiyosaki's books. Yeah. I know of him. Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy, right? He's big into real estate. He gets a lot of flack because all he talks about is debt, but I think I understand it though, right? It's not that he doesn't. He always likes to say that he doesn't pay taxes. Like everybody pays taxes. He just pays less taxes, right? And all his properties and assets are cash flow. Yeah. 56 going to gold 1 or gold 2. We're going to go to both. We have a gold 1 team and a gold 2 team. So I'll be going to gold 1 Cairo. And I swear to you know what? I need 3 gold coins. Cairo is the place to get those 3 gold conquest coins. That's all I need. If I can get 3 coins, I'll be a happy camper. You're 21 and live in the UK. University studying law and public services. 6-year course. Pay me back 21,000. Yeah. I mean, do what you love in life for sure, right? I never went to school, college anyway. I did. Obviously, I went, high school. We had some college classes that came to the high school. Took those. They were all programming, logic, and design. But never went to college. So I'm self-taught for my career. I'm revisiting math later in life now, actually. So I didn't get good grades in school. Not that I couldn't have. I just didn't care. I hated school. And so now I'm revisiting like math. Stuff like that. All good fun. It's amazing how much information we forget as time passes on. You think your degree is worth like 200,000 in America? It's stupidly cheaper. Yeah. I could never bring myself to going into debt to go to school. I think there are other paths in life, but if it works out for you, you can you can definitely pay that debt back. But that's 200,000. That would be a lot to take on. Bad enough it costs that much for a house. So, all right, cool guys. Well, we've been live streaming for an hour. We're gonna kill it there. There'll be more live streams. We'll do another one tomorrow. We do have Cairo starting in 1 day and 5 hours, at least for the sign up phase. And then we'll have matchmaking phase for another 3 days. And then I think there's the 24-hour period in between that. But yeah, this has been good fun. Yeah, I mean, if you guys know people out there that may be interested in that range that I shared for this account, maybe help me out there, because that is something I will consider. But otherwise, we'll keep playing, and we'll be looking forward to a gold 1 Cairo, and hopefully that's going to be a lot of fun. But anyways, guys, definitely support the channel. If you aren't subscribed, definitely like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support me monetarily in the future, you can definitely drop super chats. Those are awesome. Otherwise, just come to live streams and have a good time. And as always, guys, you're watching DX7 Gaming. We'll see you guys next time.